Everybody, to the War and Peace Baseball Podcast. Here today with Farbode Markazi.
Hello.
Alex Rudy.
Also, hello.
And I'm Alex Uwe. And we are fashionably late for our trade deadline edition of the podcast. It's going to be a little bit different this time. We're going to have a bunch of different broken up segments. It's going to be something new. Probably going to be easier to listen to, so you can pick and choose what you want. And we are going to start with this one. This particular podcast, we're going to do some of the normal things. We're going to play stat game. We're going to do our fantasy picks for the week. And we are also going to look back at the 2014 deadline just for fun. And in the other podcasts that we are doing, we will go through each division, talk about trade deadline moves, all that good stuff. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Rudy, who is leading this week's stat game. Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You seem less enthusiastic about this than...
No, my mom is listening to our podcast in the background, and I was very confused.
It's okay. It's our first listener.
Like our other episodes, so I was hearing us talk through my headphones and in a different room.
That must be traumatizing.
It was really confusing. Okay, my first stat is who leads the league in box?
In box?
Who leads the league?
Wait, are we doing teams or people?
Teams.
Teams.
Oh, okay, yeah, we didn't mention that at all. I thought you were going to do that.
Yeah, Rudy, you might want to explain that.
Rudy's a little bit off his game, it's okay.
It's MLB team stats.
So, yeah, the answers are going to be what MLB team is this stat.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully, he didn't screw anything up.
I mean, if you guys want to go with all of...
That might take a while.
If you guys want to go with a player, I mean, go ahead, but don't expect it to be right.
Anyway, most box in the league.
Correct.
Cleveland Indians.
No.
How about we do it where we have to alternate, by the way? Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The Detroit Tigers.
No.
St. Louis Cardinals.
No.
The Seattle Mariners.
Incorrect.
I like how we take so much time thinking of these, and there's really no rhyme or reason to
the
how
Cincinnati Reds.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Johnny Cueto, boxers, lot.
Good job taking your time for about it.
Yeah, that really paid off. That was definitely the reason. Just because I said that. Fine.
1 point. This is gonna be a 3 point. This is gonna be a best out of 3, and the first one goes to Farbode.
Well, this is gonna be very quick then.
I can add more if necessary, but that was my initial.
Fine.
The best out of 3 might end up being a best out of 7.
Who is fifth in errors?
Fifth in errors?
Total errors, yes.
Oakland Athletics.
No, they are. Wait a second. Sorry, they're not. They're second.
They are not. The Yankees.
Wait a second. What the fuck? Sorry, excuse me. No, A's are first. The Yankees are 7th.
Okay.
The Dodgers.
Wait, the Dodgers are
second
to last. So no.
Wow, so close. The Astros.
The Astros are 23rd.
Okay.
The Cubs.
The Cubs are 6th.
Ooh, so close. The White Sox.
The White Sox are 8th.
The Brewers.
The Brewers are 2nd behind Oakland.
How about the most depressing team, the Phillies?
The Phillies are 5th.
I should have said that.
Yes, I win something. Yes.
No, the answer was you're looking for the 4th.
No, you definitely said 5th. What the
hell?
You said 5th.
Okay,
I wanted to say that.
I win.
You can have it, but let's do 4th.
You took my next team.
Okay, let's do 4th then.
It's okay, it's tied up.
Okay, 4th can be for the next question if you guys want to keep.
It really makes no difference.
Okay, for my other question that I had in mind, we're going to Shit, I forgot what it was.
Oh my god.
I even specifically wanted to do this segment first so I wouldn't forget.
Why am I not
And I
surprised?
still forgot. Hold on. Do you guys want to try to guess who's fourth while I try to remember?
Just guess. Oh, in
The Pirates.
errors.
Yeah,
It's gonna distract you, but
in errors.
fine. Forebode.
Oh yeah, I found the stat. I remember now.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, who is first in grounding into double plays?
Oh.
Blue Jays.
No, they're third.
The Angels.
They are 23rd again.
Wait, are we looking fourth?
What?
What number?
First?
What rank? First.
The Tigers.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Jesus. Okay, so he wins. He always wins. Nothing's new.
They have a lot of slow guys.
I mean,
Fair enough.
they also have a couple of very fast guys, so.
Yeah, but those guys are going to be on first base and getting out a second.
That's true.
That's always how it works.
Yeah, those are the guys that always get on base, and then Miggy's hurt, and everyone else is slow and can't hit.
Wow. That's just...
Unless they're JD Martinez.
Well, that was a beating.
Yeah, really. Let's save
That's
it for
okay.
our...
David Dombrowski's kind of beat them up over the last 2 years, too.
Yeah. I guess in other news, Dave Dombrowski's no longer the GM there. So news
Spoiler.
incorporated.
If that's the spoiler alert, I'm sorry.
There's no spoiler alert.
I know.
Good riddance.
There's no filter. Clearly. Anyway, that's gonna do it for Stat Game, right? Good.
I win
Right.
again.
That's all. Yep. Forebode wins. Rudy's struggles with the Stat Game still. It's okay.
How
We'll
can
get
you?
better.
I didn't struggle.
Everything went perfectly smooth, as far as we know. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to our fantasy picks for the week of the 10th.
Oh, you made me close that. Okay.
Okay, with the first pick, I take. If my internet would be faster and I could load
Oh my god.
my ESPN page, you know.
We're very
I did, but
prepared.
You just forgot. What else is new?
okay, I picked Zach Greinke. There, you happy?
I am pretty happy. I don't know. It is Farbode's turn.
I will pick Troy Tulowitzki.
Ooh, fancy. I'll pick Johnny Cueto.
You have another pick.
It's me again.
Yes.
I will pick Mike Trout.
I will pick Nolan Arenado.
It's my turn.
I don't care.
I'll take Josh Donaldson.
You should have taken Nolan Arenado.
I'll take Nolan Arenado again. And then for my last pick, I'll take Eric Hosmer.
Wow.
And for my last pick, I'll take Noah Syndergaard.
And I will take Yoenis Cespedes.
So I think we should go over
Pronounced it perfectly.
who everyone got, because I just got confusing.
Yeah, so I got Cueto, Trout, and Cespedes.
I got Donaldson, Tulo, and Syndergaard.
And Rudy doesn't remember.
Who did I get again? I'm just kidding. I got Greinke, Arenado, and Hosmer. I believe.
Perfect.
That's what I believe happened, but
Okay. So that's that, and that's the fantasy right there. That's the fantasy. So yeah, just I thought I'd mention also we've skipped some weeks in the past and random things have happened, so that's all a mess. But we'll keep playing it. It's all fun.
random things tend to happen.
Random things, indeed. So anyway, I thought it would be fun to look back a year ago on the 2014 MLB trade deadline and kind of reflect on everything that's happening now. So one of the big things that happened last trade deadline was the A's acquiring Jeff Samardzija for starters and dealing their prospect Addison Russell, who's now second baseman for the club. Thoughts on that? That obviously didn't work out for the A's, but
Obviously
how do we like
not.
Russell?
I think he's a young talent. He's he's good for that team, obviously, with that whole young group of Chicago Cubs. I think that worked out very well for the Cubs.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I should ask a more specific question.
Yeah,
do you think he's going to be their everyday shortstop next year? Yes.
Yes.
Starlin Castro, first of all, is garbage, and second of all, is a goner.
Mm-hmm. So you can even argue he's hot garbage.
I don't think he even deserves that.
No? Okay.
Yeah, but the question is, I know they have Javi Baez, but
he's a second baseman.
I know, but how is he doing well enough to...
he will play.
He's done very
injured.
well in AAA when he's been healthy, but he's had some injuries and personal. Like he had a family, his sister died, I think, so he took a lot of time off for that, and he has had a very major. He had an injury that I don't remember off the top of my head anymore, but he was out for a while because of that.
Yeah, the man rakes, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So that's good. Obviously, terrible for the A's last year. The Yankees.
I think that was like wait.
Well, I mean, last year it was their all-in year, and
that trade was a good trade. That trade just didn't make sense, and also trading for doing the Cespedes for Lester trade, because at that point they were just sacrificing too much for pitching when they needed a more.
Well, I mean, I think at that point last year they were first place in the West, and they were well ahead of any other team in that division. And that was kind of their all-in year. They were just deciding, if we're going to win this year, because Donaldson was going to make a lot, even in arbitration. And if it was arbitration, I wasn't sure. I'm not sure. But
Donaldson actually makes under $1 million a year.
Okay. Yeah. I know that they had guys that were going to get paid a lot. So I think that it was just Billy Beane. It was like, okay, if we're going to win with this team, it's going to be this year. And it just didn't pan out for them.
No, not at all. They didn't even win the division, so.
Yeah, they didn't win the division.
They lost in the wild card.
They lost to a very hot Kansas City Royals team at that time.
Kansas City Fight Club.
Kansas City Fight Club. I keep forgetting that. We made that name.
We did, last time I checked.
Well, Uwe and I did. I don't know where you were.
Excuse you. I just reminded you about it. So,
okay, let's not fight there,
talk
gentlemen.
To the hand, because the hand says Kansas City Fight Club.
Alright, sounds good.
Okay then. Let's move on. The Yankees acquired Martin Prado and Stephen Drew. Obviously, Stephen Drew is nothing for the Yankees this year.
He actually hits a lot of home runs.
Because of that, it's like that.
And he plays very good defense.
He does. I'll give him that much. And Martin Prado was flipped for Eovaldi in the offseason, so Eovaldi is an interesting one.
He's fine. Prado played great the rest of the year for the Yankees. And while I don't think the David Phelps Prado for Eovaldi Garrett Jones swap was a very. I think the Marlins won that. I think the Marlins on paper got the better trade. I think the Yankees have gained more from that deal.
I feel like Eovaldi, one of the big things for him is definitely command, because obviously he can throw hard, and if he commands that can set up his off speed. And we've seen some good games out of him. It's not consistent.
He has 10 wins, I believe. Gets a lot of offensive support.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it.
Yes.
Let's see, what else happened? David Price was obviously another big one, going to the Tigers, and Drew Smyly went back. Willie Adames and Nick Franklin to the Rays.
Yes.
Austin Jackson to the Mariners.
Yes.
Really none of the David Price, obviously.
I think everyone lost that trade.
The whole MLB lost that trade.
I like Drew Smyly for the Rays.
He has a small tear in his shit.
In his shit.
No, sorry. His shoulder, I forgot. I'm blinking on the
It's fine.
muscle.
Yeah, he's injured.
He has a shoulder injury and he's working his way back, but he definitely has some serious long-term health questions with that shoulder tear.
Mm-hmm. And I think you could argue that the fact that the the Tigers got Daniel Norris back in the end of all that after trading Price away this year is possibly worth it. He might be the best pitcher of all those eventually. Well, like, Price obviously is the best right now, but for the price tag, yeah, you don't know.
For the price tag.
For the price tag, it's not about the price tag, it's about the price on the back of the jersey.
Please tell us that was intentional.
That wasn't intentional?
That was intentional.
No, it wasn't.
That's a shame.
I turned it into something.
It's disappointing.
That counts. The Nationals also got Asdrubal Cabrera. I mean, he's obviously no longer there. Nothing happened.
Okay.
I like Yunel Escobar a lot better.
Yeah.
Obviously. He's having a great year.
Wait, what? The Rays didn't trade for
No, the Nationals got Asdrubal. He's not there anymore.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, the Andrew Miller for Eduardo Rodriguez is an interesting one, because Miller obviously no longer an Oriole. He did help them last year.
He was really good for them, though.
But they gave up Eduardo Rodriguez, a young pitcher for the Red Sox who made his debut this year.
He's the only pitcher for the Red Sox.
He's very overrated.
He's cooled down quite a bit.
But
he can still be a solid piece.
He's still the only pitcher for the Red Sox.
I actually honestly think that was like a very good trade for the Orioles.
At the time, it made a lot of sense, yeah.
They didn't give up someone who I really don't think they're really that much of a worse team without him. I don't think they're missing Eduardo Rodriguez very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard to say. This time last year, the Brewers got Gerardo Parra, who this year went to the Orioles, actually, so the prospects in that haven't become anything. So.
I don't get why people trade him so much. I think he's a very useful outfielder.
He's a very useful, he's a good outfielder, though.
And he's a...
You know?
I mean, I think, who got him again? I'm sorry, who got him this year?
The Orioles.
I think that was a great upgrade for them. I'm a big fan of Gerardo Parra.
Yeah, he will definitely produce, but he's, like, nobody ever thought of him as, like, an everyday outfielder, even though he puts up numbers that would indicate he can do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And, Cardinals got John Lackey for Joe Kelly.
And now he's pitching,
and Alan Craig.
Crazy.
Yeah,
and
pretty
Joe
obvious
Kelly
who won
is
that trade.
Very poopy.
Not crazy.
And
Except
Alan
he
Craig
throws
is
hard.
gone. He's just gone.
And who?
Alan Craig's had
Where
enough.
is he?
He's in the minor leagues.
He's lost.
I mean...
He got lost.
He was MVP talks 3 years ago, and now he's in the minor leagues. He's fucking changed, man.
He was in MVP talks. Wow, those people.
You must have been talking to some strange people.
They thought a lot.
Cardinals.
Craig.
Also, the Twins and Athletics swapped Sam Fold and Tommy Malone.
Ooh.
As of right now, Sam Fold seems to be a nice piece for the A's.
He's hitting 220.
They still use him in the outfield, though.
He's a very Oakland A player. He gets on base.
Yeah. He's an Oakland A at heart.
Yeah.
Really. What else interesting happened? Justin Masterson went to the Cardinals. Nothing really happened there with the prospects. Obviously.
So, I'm sorry.
Giants acquired Jake Peavy from the Red Sox.
Who did they
that was pretty
up?
good for the Giants. They gave up Edwin Escobar and Keith Hembry, neither of which are people anymore.
I don't know. Peavy's been pretty bad this year, and
Peavy's been pitching very well recently. I don't know where you've been. He's been very quietly good.
Beginning of the year when he was hurt.
Right, but recently he's been quietly a very good pitcher. So keep your eye out for Jake Peavy. Let's see who else. Yankees got Chris Capuano, who was just so terrible that there's nothing you can do with him. The Mariners got Kendrys Morales.
He's putting up pretty good numbers for the
this year, he's
Royals
doing much.
right
Last
now.
year he didn't produce much.
Wait,
this year.
Yeah.
Orioles got Jimmy Paredes last year from the Royals, and Paredes has been a very good player for the Orioles.
Nah, he's been cooling down.
He's
produced for the Orioles.
Yeah, he's not something you just trade for cash considerations.
Yeah.
Well, he was a journeyman minor leaguer, so.
Well, he worked out for the Orioles.
Yes, he did.
The Tigers got Soria last year too. He's now a Pirate. Yankees got Chase Headley from the Padres for younger Solarte. That's an interesting one because they ended up re-signing Chase Headley. He's had a very okay year.
A lot of errors. 18.
Defense much worse than expected. Yangervis Solarte has put together a very nice year for the Padres. And I think in a lineup where there's already two good leadoff hitters, I mean, I guess you don't need another leadoff hitter type like Solarte, but he was a good bat in New York, and I think he would have been able to keep pace, really, considering what he's done this year. Hit like 275-ish, with a little more power in Yankee Stadium probably, but who knows? Let's see, any other big ones? Yankees got Brandon McCarthy from the Diamondbacks for Vidal Nuno, who's now a Mariner.
That worked.
Bullpen pitcher now.
He did very well for the Yankees last year.
And then proceeded to get 4 years, $48 million from the Dodgers, and then tear his UCL and get Tommy John surgery.
Gives him a lot more time to tweet, though.
His Twitter game is on point.
He and his wife, Twitter game, on point.
They're hilarious.
He knows a lot about his wife. And the last one that I'm going to talk about is the Pirates and Angels swapping Grilli and Frieri. Frieri, nothing happened, really. Grilli got signed by the Braves, had an okay first half, and then got injured somehow. He ruptured his Achilles or something, so...
Somehow.
Not good for either one of them. By the way, the Samardzija deal, I didn't talk at all about Jason Hammel, who also went to the A's, struggled, and then went back to the Cubs in the offseason, and is pitching very well this year. So.
He's a Cub at heart.
I guess he only produces for the Cubs, as a general rule. So, that's about it, though. That was a nice little trip down memory lane. Remember talking about all this last year. Something interesting. I think we'll do some more stuff like this in the future. But that's all we have for this podcast. As I mentioned, pretty short ones that we're doing all in this one segment time. Check out our other ones, though, that we're doing around this time. We'll go division by division and talk about all the trade deadline happenings and what we think about each division going forward the rest of the year. So thank you for watching. You can follow us on Twitter at WPB_podcast. And you can also email us at warandpeacebaseball@gmail.com. And what was the last one? Instagram, Farbode?
War_peace_baseball, I believe.
Yeah, okay, that sounds right. Check us out anywhere there. Twitter's probably the best place for that. Again, at WPB_podcast. Thank you for watching. We'll be back soon. Farbode?
Peace.